Wade. Welcome to the Regent Street Cinema. You studied film and photography here at the university. What are your main memories of what you learnt and gained from doing your course here, that in terms of setting you up for the career which you've had so far?
It was a good course because it was half theory and half practice. Rob was doing a totally theoretical degree, which I think is not as useful. Actually, one of the things was that just meeting the people on the course, you know, still really good friends with a couple of people, and we worked with Paul Purvis.
To write a script, you have to believe that it's going to get made. The idea that you just finish one and then you start the next is pretty hard to get your head around, but that is what you have to do.
I don't know, once you're committed to doing it, you talk about it all the time. The most important thing is to get the structure right, and if you haven't got that right, you get into real trouble, because rewriting is bad enough, but rewriting and changing the structure is very painful. I mean, we don't argue, is one thing. We did to begin with, but it's just too much trouble. And so...
Well, we tend to agree, that's why we don't argue.
Well, that's what you think.
You can only tell whether it all works when you get to the end and then sit back. And there's two of us, which gives us a bit more perspective, but it's very difficult. Because you fall in love with what you do, but in order to make something work, you have to tear it apart and be very tough on it.
So you're seasoned writers for the franchise now, but looking back then, how did you feel when you were offered this chance? Did you feel like you'd been handed the keys to the sweet shop, or was there an element of terror?
It was terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
Well, we first got asked, would it be all right to come to America for a while? I thought, well, Rob can't go because he's just about to get married.
I thought, well, Neal can't say he can go because he's just had a baby.
But we said, no, that's not a problem whatsoever.